It was probably about like 2 weeks before the application deadline. My teacher at the Mosaic program, Kim Letty, sent like this big text to a bunch of us. It was like, hey, if any of you are planning on studying art in college, you should apply to this thing. They're like have a spot open for a high schooler planning on studying art in college. And I was like, I'm planning on studying art in college. So I applied and got in. So my name's Aenea Keren. I'm 18 and I do lots of different stuff. I paint, I draw. I've taken ceramics at my high school for the past 4 years. I like printmaking. I do have a print that's in the 2020 Ohio Governor's Youth Art Exhibition this year, but also the piece that I made for ArtPop was actually supposed to be a print, but the linoleum I ordered to carve didn't come in time for the application deadline, so I improvised and I just painted it instead. But I'd say it's a pretty big achievement, especially because I get to have my art so like publicly posted with my name out there with like my billboard and my newsstand and stuff. And if it gets to go in the airport and the convention center, that's a pretty big deal. I'm hoping I can learn more about like being like creative, because a lot of times I feel like I don't have necessarily creative ideas. I just have like, I've learned a like good technical skill, but I don't have a ton of like super creative ideas all the time. I mean, a lot of my art is just like stuff that I think is like fun and cool. Like I don't have a ton of like super deep meaning behind anything I paint or draw. It's just like something that I think will look interesting, or I think I just really like things that are like visually appealing. I like drawing like animals and people. I like to draw things that have like more like life to them, I guess. I mean, I'd say there's like a lot of life to me, I guess, because like, I mean, yeah, like sometimes I'll just like be in bed like doing not much, but I like to like be outside and just kind of like experiencing kind of just like the way the sun feels on my face and the way like the breeze feels, and I like the sound of the birds and the sound of the trees. And like, I'd say to other young artists, just go for it and make something, even if you don't think it's good, or like somebody out there is gonna think it's cool and like it and think that it's good, and you're gonna be the most critical of anything that you make. So you could think something's terrible and somebody else will be like, this is so cool, like I love this, and you're like, oh, but I see all these problems with it. But that's just like your critical artist eye. It's not that's not necessarily gonna translate to everybody else. So it's like, just create. I'd like to thank ArtPop for giving me this opportunity to kind of put my work out there and put myself out there, kind of show people like, this is what I make, like this, like I think I make cool stuff, and I hope you also like it.